Hello, my friends. Today is August the 16th, and this is a psychic reading for you if this is your birth date. I'm a psychic reader and healer. Been doing it for many, many, many years. Check out my credits. I do a lot of psychic readings one-on-one via the internet. This is a four-card pull to cover the year to follow, approximately 6 to 10 minutes long. Bear with me if you want. Whether it's your birthday or not, there might be something in here that's important to you. Here is the lens card, the Mystic. The Mystic, oh boy, they speak and hear in a different way than most people. The Mystics connect into the sacred song of the universe and they let it play through them in whatever way feels like the best opening for them. They're not, I think the Mystics are not hampered by thinking they're not thinking they're crazy. They're not thinking they're out of it. They think they are connected directly to spirit, and that spirit is talking to them in the ways that they hear or feel or smell or see or taste or touch. They spirit talks to them in intuitional ways and in poetic ways, in non-linear ways, because the mystic isn't a linear being. Now that doesn't mean there's a lot of wisdom and analysis and understanding and trainings and teachings that need to be followed and listened to and adhered by them, but they're also open to that dynamic that is about the emotions, that is about the intuition, that is about the flow of consciousness, that is about the touching of other realms that can speak to them, and that they can bring that truth. It's felt as truth, it's seen as truth. They can bring that truth that they find that's helped them to heal their own lives out to heal other people. So the mystic, the hermit, the crone, the medicine person, the wolf being, the mystic, the poet, the the sacred scribe, the medicine healer, they're all, we are all in this weird place of trying to talk to people and bring information down in a way that people can understand and utilize on the physical plane. And sometimes that means speaking in riddles, and sometimes that means speaking poetically, and sometimes that means straight line shots of truth. And sometimes it means speaking, letting other beings speak through one. It's the mystic, I think, channels, the mystic channels. So what is this about? This is for you this year. I think either A, you're working on becoming the mystic that you already are and recognizing all those powerful positive traits that you have, for connecting onto the spiritual realms and bringing that information back, or you're being called to study with someone who already knows that path and can help you to gain an understanding, and they can bring love and compassion and understanding to the training of you. So here is your particular challenge card, King of Cups. This is either you again. I think King of Cups is pretty satisfied where they've been emotionally and on, their love and compassion and your service level. You've been doing a lot. This is one read of this card. You've been doing a lot and you understand your flow. But the king is at the end of something. And the king says, well, I'm dissatisfied with what I've been doing and there has to be something more. And I need to end this so I can start something else. I think this is about ending some relationship that you have or are in. It could be a business, it could be a love, it could be a friendship, it could be a society, it could be a circle, and letting something else take hold of you, the mystic, which often says, I need to go be by myself and listen to myself and go out in nature and listen to spirit and go out in places where I can shut my mind off and and hear something new. Now this is about serving. Cups is all about love and compassion and service for others, and the recognition that serving others feeds the self. King of Cups is the master of that in a lot of levels, and the King of Cups is also the master of the mystic. I mean, intuition is about cups, the connection into the sacred vibrations that are inside of people, the emotional vibrations, the vibrations of creativity, the vibrations of the heart, the vibrations of anything and everything. That's what the King of Cups understands. But for some reason, the challenge is to leave something behind and start something new, because you like being of service, and you know it's part of who you are, and you're in a great sense of service, but you're dissatisfied. I think that's what this is about. You're dissatisfied, and either you're inwardly propelled to leave something and move into a new sense of yourself, or someone outside of you is presenting to you, a mystic, a healer, a teacher, a path for you to follow that can open you up, and that will challenge you, and that might make you have to drop some of your preconceived notions, and drop some of your relationships, and drop some of your things that have been, not necessarily feeding you what you have most needed to be fed, but they've been feeding you what you have needed to learn on the sense of, love and compassion and service and intuition. So there's something really big calling you, and are you willing to jump? Are you willing to make the fool's choice? The mystic, the mystic and the fool are very related. You have to be willing to try new things and challenge yourself, and taste new tastes, and hear new words, or hear words that are there, the energies that are there, and try to bring them in, and understand them and channel them, more than just negate everything that's outside of you that doesn't make sense to your eyes. That's not what the King of Cups is about. That's not what the mystic is about. And here's your action to take, Swan. Well, Ugly Duckling approached the glistening hole in the sky, and knew that he had to go through that hole, because it was the portal to the next realm of becoming. And the dragonfly, who was the guardian of the portal, said, "You just gotta jump. You just gotta go for it. You guys just gotta step in and undertake and undergo, and let go and move through, and it will change you. It will move you. It will become you, and you will step out the other side as a beautiful white swan." Meaning you've learned your lessons. You have an understanding of your own purity. You have an understanding of your own integrity. You have an understanding of your own beauty. You have an understanding of your own sense of divinity and power. And that's an undergoing. From an ugly duckling to a beautiful white swan is a supreme transformation. So this is the action to take. Jump into the void. Jump into the mystery. Jump into the release of yourself from what you have been doing, and how you have been associating on emotional levels with people, beings, your events, and step into something new, which again I think is often about going into yourself, and listening to yourself on a deeper level, and channeling nature, and those voices, and those visions, and those teachers, and those healers who have something of wisdom and healing to offer to you, and to others. And here's the synopsis card. I think when you speak, when you recognize the gold that's inside of you, when you recognize that you are a golden shimmering being like the mystic does, you allow the gold of the universe, the gold of consciousness, to come into you and feed you and touch you and move you and talk through you, to help others to understand the gold of themselves, understand their psychic and universal connection to others, to understand the consciousness of the universe in a dynamic way that brings a smile to your face, that brings a sunny disposition to your attitude, that brings that sense of giving and receiving and sharing and helping others. The King of Cups, you're already there. This is the most magnificent part of that King of Cups energy, is that ability to, whatever you do, keep your heart, keep your shine, keep your integrity, keep your communion with sacred spirit. And as long as you're doing that, whatever you do, you're not gonna be doing wrong. You're gonna be doing right. Heal. Listen to your gold. Listen to the mystic inside of you. Speak your truth as you come across the truth, and keep sharing your divinity. Aho. Blessed be.